All right, you keep telling yourself that, champ. I've seen this script, I'm starting to believe it. Adam.
Yes.
Go.
What is he going about?
Yeah, I think we should move on to, mazes.
Is that all you came here to hear about was mazes? They're smarter than I thought. All right. John.
My turn.
What? Well, you're not just sitting there looking pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Are you ready, John?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Steve, tell me about the mazes.
Well, you know, in 2017, we tried our hand at adding a 7th maze at Dark Harbor. And what we learned was that for Dark Harbor, bigger is not necessarily better. So last year we went back to focusing on our 6 mazes and making them as phenomenal as we possibly could.
And that's when Mr. John Cook joined the band, right?
That's right. That's when John and some of his team like Ted Doherty and Jen and Cliff and Garrett.
Okay, Steve. Okay, he's sitting right there, Steve. Okay. John,
Yes,
over
sir.
to you. Take it away.
What'd you guys think of the new mazes? Yeah.
Could be better.
What? Feast. Feast? I'm talking about Feast. Feast was personally one of my favorites. It was the first maze that my team got to tackle on the ship, which was interesting being there late at night by yourself, Monta, but yeah, it was fun. So, we wanted to really make Feast the really over-the-top, blood and guts, high-energy maze that I think it ended up becoming, right? It was a lot of fun.
Yep. Interactive, you get to crawl through things, not just go on normal paths, you're on the ship, that's always great.
And we felt we got that maze to a really, really good level, but we wanted to take it up a notch.
Kind of a big notch, actually. Towards the end, I know somebody had already spoken about this earlier in the panel today, but that maze may or may not go down further into the bowels of the ship and hit areas that most people have not been.
Let me tell you how much paint it took to get us from Feast down to the bowels of the ship. But what's really, really cool about this spot when we're talking about you to go to the infamous door 13 is you are coming face to face with Half Hatch in that location. I think it's a really, really awesome, strong moment.
In the actual spot that it happened, that Charity was talking about earlier. And being down there, obviously that means we are in the engine room itself towards the end of this maze.
And I don't know if anybody's ever been down there, but it is absolutely mind-blowing in getting the depth out of the whole ship, and we were able to do a lot of really, really cool stuff through the scenic lighting to really make everything pop. And those are all the original parts you're walking through, and it's really, really incredible. Like, how much would it cost to replicate that?
Oh, there is no number. There's no number. This is you all know the Queen Mary. Most of you know the Queen Mary. But not only that, we're in those bowels where a lot of the stories that you've heard happened. A lot of this stuff is down there. It's haunted. Our guys won't go down there late at night by themselves. And you guys get to go in there. Good luck.
It's really cool that we're able to really, one of the things we like about Dark Harbor is that we're able to base our event upon the real things that happen on the ship, to actually be able to hit an exact moment, an exact place on the ship that ties our story together is like a big, big moment for us, so we're very happy with it.
Yeah, just the last thing on that, I think when that was like the first maze we were going onto site to look at, and when we discovered that, we were able to kind of figure out a path to get us down to that ship. I think all of us were kind of losing it. Like, it's so exciting.
Absolutely, yeah. It's really exciting. Plus, it's just great to be able to tell the story of the chef, which is just creepy in itself. The fact that he was literally burned alive in his own oven. That's a true story, and you really can't like write that. It's real, and that makes it that much creepier.
Speaking of which, I believe you come face to face with him down in the bowels of the ship.
Maybe.
Right?
I don't know that story. I was like, tell me more. What was that? All right, so that was Feast. What's next, John? Circus?
Ringmaster's back.
I'm not saying that that way. I'm just,
I don't see the
I got
reason
nothing.
to.
Yep.
But she is back for Circus. We've known this one for a while. This one we certainly vamped up as well. New path, new scares, new elements, and more secret sections that you guys can go in as well.
And I think one of the things that we really liked was the beginning and going through this encampment and coming into contact with the characters, kind of in their more resting habitat in their areas. So we really kind of leaned into that and expanded upon that encampment feel quite a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool. You're basically sneaking into the traveling circus and you think that you're getting a jump on the circus, but I think the ringmaster ends up getting a jump on you, so it's a fun one.
Nice. So we got 2 out of the way, John. What's next? Intrepid. Who took on that one?
I mean, I loved Intrepid last year. Like, I thought it came out really, really well. I was very, very happy with it. So what we wanted to do was to continue to build on top of that and go back and refine the details and just to make it more of an immersive experience. And I think we put a lot more into the interiors and the catacombs to really make it feel claustrophobic.
Yeah, it's great. Everything that we've loved about this maze and other mazes that we've done here, we certainly want to amp everything up for you guys. You guys come year after year. We wish, we could do all new things every year, but, we can't. So what we're doing with these mazes, Intrepid being one of them, is we're taking those elements that everybody has loved. We've taken that feedback, and John has done an amazing job with his team as well. And we've amplified everything that you're going through. So that way it doesn't feel like the same maze for you guys. And that's kind of what we're doing for all these mazes, not just the 2 that we just talked about, but for Intrepid as well. And I think we've nailed that.
So next up you have B340, is that correct?
Samuel the Savage, also back. This one as well. This one is enhanced scares. We've really figured out what works in a lot of these mazes. Areas that we need to amp up, and that's what we've really focused on this year. Again, with John's team, with our team, with the actual scares themselves. I think this is going to feel different, darker, grittier, bloodier. Not only that, but the ending is different as well. So I think this is going to be something you guys are gonna love.
I don't think people know this, but the said vortex that's at the ship actually goes through this portion of the maze. Every time we walk through it on just a back-end walk, there's one specific place that we all dread going to, and it's actually in this maze. So hopefully you can find it. It'll literally stand your hairs up, even if no one's around.
I noticed last year that Samuel Savage was bald. Is that something that you all talked about? Is this a bald thing? You all feel that that's successful moving forward? I'm not bald. Wally, Cook? No. It was just something I noticed. Why did you make him bald? See, I put you all on the spot now. See, don't you wish I did?
This is why we have a script.
I'm lost.
Fine. All right. We're gonna on to Lullaby. Personally, I think Lullaby is one of the weak mazes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How do you all feel about Lullaby? Seriously? You all love it that much? What, did she bribe you with tacos? What is it, ramen now? Soy? Did you tell them all you were going to be the captain? Is that what it was? All right, John, what have you done to Lullaby?
Lullaby, man. This is, as a fan, this is always one of my favorite mazes. And I think when we first talked last year, our plan was almost twofold, where we were anticipating to really, really give Lullaby a huge makeover. So this year, we're taking it in a whole different direction. You can see some of the really, really cool artwork that we have up. But what we're going to do, I think, if anybody remembers Skippy that was coming in here, right? So Skippy's going to be coming into the ship, the area of the ship where Scary Mary is rumored to haunt. And he's performing one of his famous, well, 7 subscriber YouTube seances that you all are all invited to. So coming into the ship, you're going to take part in the seance. I think she wants a token.
Why is the smallest monster the biggest pain in my ass? Nailed it.
So anyways, after you take part in the seance, you're going to go down in the ship and you're going to encounter Scary Mary. And you're going to be able to engage in her games. And as you're going through this experience, you're going to kind of put it together. She's kind of leading you into a certain area where we have fully recreated and built out the pool scene. Except you're not going to be walking overhead of the pool, you're going to be walking through the pool. Where Mary brings her victims to drown.
It's really great, you guys. I did a walkthrough of it the other day with like just regular lights on and my team walking through the thing, and it scared the shit out of me. I know where everybody's supposed to be positioned and stuff, and I was still looking all around me the whole time. It's great.
And it's one of those mazes that it's kind of had that playful edge in the past, and that's something we wanted to keep, but wanted to take it also into a very, very dark and sinister place. And some of the set work and the prop work in there is gorgeous is an interesting way of putting it, but yes.
In a really dark way.
Well, that sounds absolutely amazing. I'm pretty impressed, John. That sounds badass. And in fact, a token for you. Well done. Oh, thank you. All right. So now all of you have been given tokens.
Well, you know what? I didn't get one. Why not?
You're gonna get a token captain's boot in your ass if you keep interrupting me. Good God. All right. No. Here we go, Conga. Here's your chance to redeem yourself. The last maze. One of our most popular, Dead Rise. Right? Now, you
Actually, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Wait, no, you can't screw that up. It is impossible to screw it up. It is perfect the way it is, so you left it alone, didn't you?
Well, we might have, we might not be doing it this year. Hold on.
I'm sorry. What now? Did you just say that you got rid of Dead Rise?
I did. I did say that, Captain.
You're a dead man. I'm gonna kill you, Conga!
There's a reason why we got rid of Dead Rise.
Why are you enjoying this?
We have a new maze.
I have no trust in you. John, sell me on it.
Pressure's on, John.
I want my token.
Well, Captain,
I'm listening.
Rogue is the name of the new maze.
I see.
You're going to be embarking out on a journey that is anchored in a true story of a massive rogue wave that took over the Queen Mary while it was the Great Ghost and almost capsized her.
Okay. Seriously.
So as you're walking through this experience, you're going to be... God damn it, you're making me nervous, man. The whole ship is going to be kind of doing a twisting as it's turning over.
I'm totally brand stalking you right now.
I know, it's weird. But what's really... What's truly awesome about this maze, and it's making it a completely different thing that I personally have never seen before, is the maze is being built underneath an entire dome, and it's going to have an open air experience. So as you're walking through it and you're looking out the windows, you're going to see the waves coming, and it's going to be matched with 4D effects to make it feel like the whole ship's moving. Am I getting there? Am I getting better? You're gonna have the water coming in, but what's cool is you're gonna be on the ship while it starts to take that turn, and all of the scenes are gonna continue to twist until it's completely upside down. Okay. And the good news is, there's a captain.
There's a captain. A captain.
He's the captain.
There's a captain.
But not the captain.
Kind of.
What color uniform does this captain wear?
Blue.
Blue. But not white.
Not white, no.
No, because I wear the white.
Yes, sir.
Because I am the captain.
Yes.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page, John.
Yeah, you're good. You're the captain.
Good.
Yeah.
Please don't crush my head. Okay, fine. No. I'm on board. I'm on board with this rogue thing. I'm with it.
Good. It's gonna be incredible. Promise.
What do you all think? Do we trust John?
You trust John.
It is a kick-ass maze. You guys are going to love it, and it's yet another maze that ties into the true history of the Queen Mary. When she was the Grey Ghost during wartime service, when she was carrying the most troops, she actually set the record for carrying the most the highest number of people on a man-made vessel anywhere in the world. She still holds that record. On that voyage, she was hit by this wave, and she was 3 degrees from completely capsizing. She was carrying over 16,000 troops to war. And they say if we had lost the Queen Mary, not only would we have lost those 16,000 troops, but the course of history probably would have been changed because of the role that the Queen Mary played on helping the Allied forces win the war. So it's an actual historical event, and we're really excited to tie that in to Dark Harbor.
When that concept was kind of given to us and saying, hey, do we want to turn this into experience? That's the exact moment we wanted to capture, was that chaos and that panic, and letting that be the fear that's throughout this entire maze that you're caught in the middle of.
And what's something else that's really cool is this is the first maze we've done where all the monsters are actually alive during this scene. You know, they're either just dying, they have contusions, and your captain probably doesn't remember this yet.
Captain Blue.
Captain Blue.
So basically you're saying it's a younger version of me.
It is a younger version of you.
Do I get to choose who plays the younger me?
No.
So you mentioned monsters. We're going to need a lot of good monsters for this. Wally, are we going to have a lot of good monsters again this year?
We're going to have a lot of good monsters everywhere in the event this year. We had our biggest turnout we've ever had at Dark Harbor for auditions this past weekend. Saw amazingly talented people. Our veterans came back super duper strong. And we had so many brand new people who came in and just knocked our socks off. So it's good. We're very, very excited. Open the gate with you, Captain, with all our monsters ready to get us going.
You looking forward to that?
I am.
That's like the zenith of your career, isn't it?
Yes.
10 years for you and Conga. You haven't got another job yet? That's the best you can do. Opening the gates with me. That's sad, Wally.
I'd rather be nowhere else. Anywhere.
What?
I would rather be nowhere else.
Nowhere else than you.
Really?
Love you.
I think that is a token.
Someone get us out of this soppy moment right now. I have nowhere to go with this heartfelt feeling stuff.
Just open the gate.
Thank you! We'll just open the gates. Yeah! All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much Dark Harbor, isn't it? We get bigger every year, we get more popular every year, and I think it's because all of the cast and crew were such a family. No one ever leaves. People just keep coming back year after year.